As you see, I didn't have any color clothes, so I'm wearing a hammock. And because I didn't have a cane, honoring the message from yesterday of making fun of myself. Welcome everybody to this encounter. I want to thank the elders, the grandmothers and grandfathers that came to give their messages and to share their frequency. And thank you everybody for having come here from different places to be here with us today. So I'm wondering if everyone that is here have been following what happened the last 3 days. Those who haven't been following what happened the last three days, this is going to be very weird. Just starting by seeing me like this. I thank the nature for opening this gathering with a rainbow, a signature of a rainbow in the sky. Obviamente no era un arco iris, pero era una firma. Of course, it was not a rainbow, but it was a signature. Así que agradezco mucho eso. First of all, I wanted to share with everyone that this gathering, this meeting, it was not something that I thought about or that or the organization thought about doing something. It was more a message that said, let's practice something. What the message said was that this is just the beginning of a process to start to practice something that we have to be ready for in 2029 and 2036, apparently. So one of the things that the message was received actually during February 29th last year, and the message was in Kauai saying, you are right now in a day that doesn't exist, so it's a whole of nothing. So they said, in that whole of nothing, you can also create a sacred music, a transformation of music. And the other words, which was the play of the words, was Holi, which is transformation, and Nada, which is music in Sanskrit. So the message was that time is broken and that the consciousness of this world is out of tune. It's outside of tune. And even if reality is working perfectly, the consciousness is not. Consciousness is out of tune. So the question was, what happened? Why is being broken? So there are many stories of why time was broken. And in the past 3 days, we have been going through these stories. The whole thing about time is broken, we are trapped in the system of time is broken. So the question was, how can we repair it? And it said, like, it's an eternal thing that is happening throughout history. But we have a limit to try to fix the idea of time being broken, which is the day when the first human touches Mars. So the story kind of says that every planet is like a flower that is blossoming in the cosmos, and they are seeking for the consciousness and the mind of the entire universe. But one of the things that that the message says is that we have to that in Earth there was a virus, and that virus is breaking time. And when that virus expands in the next flower, in the next cell, so the whole universe starts to be contaminated with something that is supposed to be only here. So the story says that that virus is hidden in the subconscious. It's hidden within every one of us, every living being, not just humans, in the subconscious of every living being. So one of the messages that the consciousness was saying is that it's needed for the consciousness to repair a frequency, a song, to tune that virus and turn it into medicine. So of course, when we are talking about a conflict in time, that something is broken in the beats of time, we cannot think about is something to solve ahead in the future, now towards the future. Time doesn't work in a line. Time is working in different moments, so it's something that we are trying to solve in different timelines in history. So that's why throughout history, in the past, every ancestor, civilization, in the future, everyone is trying to solve this problem. And we are just another ones that are trying to do that today. It's something that we are trying to weave throughout time, everyone, trying to figure out where is the mistake. So that's why we are trying to solve the problem, to try to figure out the problem, by listening to the ancestors and the wisdom from the past, and listening to those in the future, while we are in the present, trying to understand in our daily life where is that mistake. So that's why it's something that we have been doing for thousands of years, trying to put together every culture, every tradition, to try to figure out how to all together to correct that mistake by frequency. And the reason why we do it through frequencies is because it's not just that the universe is all frequencies and vibration. So the reason why we are trying to find the balance through consciousness is by observing within, by trying to observe the consciousness within our brain, behind our eyes. And the way to do that is by finding the ears, which is where the liquid is. The hearing happens, the balance happens. So one of the things that happen in our daily life is that everything is taking us out of the balance. Everything we hear, everything we see is taking our minds away from what we are, why we are here. So that's why throughout the past and the future, we need to find that balance through music, through word, to calibrate our hearing in order to transform that poison into medicine. So that's the story that is bringing us here today, all together, to try to connect those timelines, to see how can we fix that frequency before we expand to other worlds. So when I speak about us expanding, it's not just humans, it's Earth. Earth is expanding. It's a mother cell in a body, in the cosmos. So the concept of the rainbow bridge is how to balance every aspect of history and space, time and space, so they are correctly balanced, so the consciousness of Earth can expand in other worlds correctly. So that rainbow bridge that is everywhere in the universe is related to the pulse of the heart and the beats of the mind. The heartbeat is like the beating of the drums of the ancestors. Y la mente que va muy rápido, as the drums are in the heart of the ancestors, the beats of the mind are trying to go faster to calculate all the data possible in the universe. Yeah, technology. So we are living in a moment that the rhythm of the mind, which is technology, is going faster than the rhythm of the heart, the beats of the heart. So we cannot be in a war between mind and heart. We have to create a rainbow bridge, which is the throat, the voice, the verb. Yesterday, the message was, in order for us to be able to balance the heart and the mind, we are so concentrated on how to repair that, that actually what we need to do is to rely on the third brain, which is the intestines. And the message was, it's related to something called humor. Humor means intestinal liquid. So depending on how this humor is, I have another humor or one other humor, depending on my intestines. So the idea of the message was, how can we calibrate the heart and the mind in a way that is not so serious, that is actually going around and connecting everything through illusion, through tales, stories, music. So one of the things that the message was about to create a void in the center. And by creating a void in the center, we can calibrate the other three. So one of the messages that was received was that in order to calibrate this story, we needed to rely in the two places that are transforming the illusion, the dream, into something real, into a new humanity that can correct time. And that's India and the Maya, this land. The land of the Quetzal, which is the third eye between the eagle and the condor, the two eyes. The eyes of the north and the south. That's why the intention was to call those from the north, from the south, from the center. That's why the idea was to find a middle point of void in between the messages of those in the past and the vibration of those in the future. So one of the messages that I received was that one of the keys of those people that are designing how the future will be and all the things that are going towards other worlds, most of those people are listening not the rhythm of the heart, but the rhythm of the mind, with faster beats, something that we call electronic music. So one of the things that the message was saying is, how can we calibrate the messages to how to repair the rhythm between heart and mind by sending the consciousness in the beats of the music that all these technicians are listening today towards the future. That's why we are now in between the heartbeat and the pulses and beats of the mind, creating a void in the center. So, personally, in this path, this last week, in order to be calibrated also with all of this, I had to go through a very deep depression that made me go to the center of my intestines. So I don't have the energy to calibrate anything. And the message was to get out of the way. So these past 3 days, I allow myself to just go away and allow the weaver, someone I call the weaver, which is gone, for him to speak, because I am not in the right situation to do so, as you might see. The only thing that he told me was, make fun of yourself. So I will give him. Lo que les voy a pedir es que se sienten, que conecten. I'm going to ask for all of you to sit for a moment, to connect. Perdón por lo raro que pueda ser. And I'm sorry for the weirdness. Pero estamos en familia. We are in family. Y tal vez no pueda traducirme. Maybe I cannot translate myself.
corazón y mi corazón y su corazón y tu corazón y mi corazón y tu corazón y mi corazón con tu corazón y mi corazón y tu corazón con su corazón y mi corazón con su corazón y tu corazón conecta, 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 Om Ganganapataye